This artwork is called the Medea, and this is a pretty complicated layered piece that I made sort of over a series of years, and it's really a reflection on family, on intergenerational trauma, and it was a piece that really helped me kind of excavate my deepest fears. I come from a family that suffered a lot of drug addiction, that had a lot of very intense mental illness, and sort of coming to terms with that has been a lifelong process. And in the various kinds of therapy and learning and work that I've done, one of the things that I eventually uncovered is that throughout my childhood, at various times when my mom would have a psychotic breakdown or when something really catastrophic would be happening, that I was very much in fear that my mom was going to kill me. And it's one of those things that a fear like that is so unacceptable to the child's brain that you essentially bury it. And here I am, and we're okay. And in many ways, my mom was a warm and wonderful person. And so that was very hard to reconcile the person that I loved with the person that I feared so deeply. And so it really took a lot of work to kind of unearth and to understand that. And one of the ways that I did so, after kind of coming to terms with recovered memories and different things from my childhood and talking to my family, was that I realized that I had connected very deeply with this image of a mythological woman named Medea, who was a sorceress, and she's best known for having killed her children. And I realized that the reason I had kind of unconsciously connected with this image is because I had had this fear when my mother had been so unstable. It features a switchboard, and the switchboard is essentially an image of psychological disassociation. That in my family, there are some people who suffer from dissociative identity disorder, which is essentially where your identity becomes so fragmented and your mind becomes so fragmented that it's like you become different people. And there have been moments in my own mind when I can feel disassociated in a way that I kind of need to reconnect the pieces back into a single whole. And so this image of the switchboard kind of had a history for me as an image of a way that you kind of scramble and disassociate from different emotions if you mix up the switches. And then trying to kind of piece the story back together and understand what I really thought and felt, what I had really experienced in my life, was something that I went through as I created this piece. And so if you sit down at the piece, you can put the headphones on and put the jack into different parts of the switchboard, or you can listen to the different objects that are within the house. And they're kind of all different things, from journal entries and memories to, texts, parts from plays, storybooks, different psychological texts that had kind of helped me understand my own history. It's all different things that I sort of brought together, and as I was bringing them together and sharing them, it really became a way for me to kind of own my own understanding of my life and of my life experiences. And so this was a really profound piece, and I was always really scared that it was going to be too dark for people and that it wasn't going to be understood. But I have actually found that no matter who we are, we've all been through experiences that kind of took us away from ourselves, and the process of coming back home is something that I think a lot of people understand, and so this is a piece that I have been surprised that a lot more people can connect to than I imagined. And there's all different kind of layers and stories to it, and so there's sort of various ways in, but it's a difficult piece, but one that I'm really happy to be sharing.